What's up, guys? It's Wally, and today we're going to be doing some battles with the Throat Spray Sylveon. Now, when it comes to Fairy-type Pokemon right now, Flutter Mane is still the most popular, and by a very wide margin as well. However, if you're looking for a different Fairy-type Pokemon to put out there, you can definitely make a really strong case for Sylveon, and especially with the Throat Spray too. So Throat Spray is an item where anytime you end up using a sound move, so in this case with Sylveon, it'll be Hyper Voice, it ends up raising your special attack by one stage. And so Sylveon, which already has a pretty good special attack, will end up getting a +1, so Hyper Voice and Terra Blast will become even stronger. And the good thing about Sylveon, especially as you compare it to Flutter Mane, even though it doesn't really have the speed that Flutter Mane has, which I know is a big deterrent for a lot of people, it does have a higher HP stat and a little bit more in its physical bulk. And even though it doesn't have a higher special attack, I think its base is 110 versus Flutter Mane's 135. It does have the ability Pixilate, which basically turns any normal type move that Sylveon can use and turns them into a fairy type move. And not just that, but it also gives them an extra 30% to its power. So when you think about that, that is kind of the same as a Life Orb, or in the case of like Flutter Mane, that would be a special attack Protosynthesis. And even in the case of a Flutter Mane with a special attack Protosynthesis, Sylveon still does get the edge in move attack power too, with the Hyper Voice, especially over Dazzling Gleam, because Dazzling Gleam does have an 80 power, whereas the Hyper Voice does have 90. And in the case where they both do get that 30% boost to their special attack, you do still kind of get that edge just because Hyper Voice does have the higher base attack power than something like Dazzling Gleam. Obviously, something like Moonblast would have a higher base power anyways. However, that's not a spread move, and so just trying to compare apples to apples here. Now, Terra Blast, even though we are a Water Terra, if we don't choose to Terrastallize into water, Terra Blast actually does become a fairy move because Terra Blast, without the Terrastallization, is technically a normal type move. So that will be able to get that extra boost from the fairy type and will end up becoming a fairy type move as well. And then Quick Attack, you still do get that extra 30% with the Pixilate, and that'll pretty much just become a fairy quick attack. I know it's a physical one, so it's not going to be extremely strong, but in the case you are facing a Pokemon that did get knocked down to Sash, or is just kind of in the red and just needs to be taken out just a little bit, you'll be able to use that Quick Attack to be able to get that priority. Like I said though, this thing does have the Water Terra, so we will have that Water Terra Blast, and especially if you are out there against something like the Rapid Strike Urshifu, you'll be able to Terrastallize into the water to make it so that you end up resisting those surging strikes. So even though, again, Sylveon doesn't necessarily have the best physical bulk, its base defense is at 65, but again, the HP is at 90, so that really kind of helps it out there a little bit. But even though we don't necessarily, again, have the greatest physical bulk, you're still going to be able to tank it when you end up resisting it, and especially with the amount of HP that Sylveon has too. So it's been a while since we used Sylveon. I think it's been a couple of regulations, so I'm really excited to see how it can do in Regulation D. So we'll get into some battles, but before we do, as always, if you guys are new here, just having chat, please make sure to go down and hit the subscribe button. If you guys do enjoy the video, please make sure to drop a like too. But let's get into the battles. All right, now since they may end up leading with their Tailwind, I think we're going to actually lead with our Giraffe, and we may actually set Trick Room if we feel like they're going to set Tailwind. But also in the back, I think we're going to end up going with Hands. Considering everyone that they have out there, it might be the best call. So let's bring Hands out there, and in the back we'll have Sylveon, and honestly, it's gonna, gosh, it would be tough to bring Glimmora, but I think that's gonna be our best bet probably. I only say that because I am a little worried about ground moves from two of them. Obviously, the Earth Power from Heatran and the Stomping Tantrum from Rillaboom. However, I am okay with this though. So obviously, they are not going to be setting Tailwind here. I would imagine they only have to ask. Oh, the question is, do they go with a Moonblast? Actually, it might still be in my best interest to set the Trick Room. I know that sounds ridiculous, but it might actually be the best thing to do. So let's go with the Trick Room. I'm actually going to go for the Heavy Slam because they may just protect. Now, if they don't protect... and we're a little SOL, but we still stayed in there. We still knocked them out, and that's actually really good. That was too close for comfort. There we go. Trick Room. Good. We'll be able to get a Drain Punch. I'm glad we didn't go in prison. Especially since they went Moonblast, but... Alright, well the good thing here is at least they can't get a Fake Out, though. Let's see, though. I will end up going for a Psychic over there. They're probably going to protect, though. I'm still going to try and go for a Drain Punch. They terrestrializing into grass here? Yeah, looks like it. That's fine. Good thing here is we do have Glimmora in the back, which is going to be able to, you know, just go with, what's the name of the move? Oh my goodness. Sludge Bomb. Sludge Bomb. On both of them, be able to knock them both out. Both of us are slower. It's good news. Missed Heat Wave on? Farigiraf. However, they're... Wow, hands! Hands! Hanging in there! Yeah, but Farigiraf gets knocked out. And that is unfortunate, don't get me wrong, but still totally okay here. Glad we get the residual damage. I shouldn't say residual, but the recoil damage over there, which is really nice. But we're still going to go over there with that. Yeah, here's what we're going to do. Is we are going to terrestrialize into ground, but we know we're going to have the speed over Rillaboom. So we can just go for the Sludge Bomb over there to KO. And we're just going to try to get some more damage with a Drain Punch over on Heatran for now. Because Heatran could end up protecting here. And I feel like they would protect, obviously, over Rillaboom. Because I don't think Rillaboom really cares protect. Or not many do. So we're going to get a little extra damage over there. If they do a move over into us, it's going to be the Earth Power. So we're going to be okay from that perspective. So it's possible Heatran goes next. Possible. Yeah. They go Flash Cannon. That's okay, though, because, again, we turn that into neutral. Wow, they actually outspeed. Okay, so I was wrong. That's okay, though. We're all wrong from time to time, right? Alright, well, at least we get the crit over there. That's actually really nice. Dang. Well, we still kind of need to do that. We still would have survived a Flash Cannon, just not by much. That would have been the issue. We'll get a little extra healing, obviously, because of that. No. So maybe the Trick Room is actually probably a bad idea, then. Oh, awesome. Awesome. Alright, but what's Sylveon's speed? 81, and okay, so we know that we're gonna outspeed with Sylveon, so we're actually gonna go for still going to go Sludge Bomb over there, and I'm going to go Hyper Voice. Wow. I'm actually surprised at that. I'm surprised that they were... Oh, okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. I can understand that then. Is this the turn that we end up losing Trick Room? Because if so, then that definitely makes a lot of sense. Let me think about that. Reset it. I thought we had one more. No, I think I'm off because I think we had a couple more with, or an extra one with Rillaboom that I did not count. No, I'm right. Yeah, one more. Okay. Totally fine there. That's okay. Alright, so, still gonna do that. We're gonna go Hyper Voice. Nice. Question is, who are you gonna go after? We do get a +1 there. That's fair. Does it knock out? Not quite. That's perfect. Okay, I think we're okay here. I think we're okay. Especially since we got them down to Sash. Now we can just go Quick Attack. They could go Sucker Punch, but I don't think that would end up KOing. Yeah, the Icicle Crash is going to knock out. We know that. But that's fine, because they should probably try to go for something like an Icicle Crash, but the Quick Attack is going to be able to take them out. And even if it wasn't a super effective attack because of Pixilate, it would still knock out because it's only 1 HP. It's only about 10 HP. Totally forgot about that, my bad. But that's fine, Quick Attack should totally do it. Even if they go Sucker Punch, I think we totally tank it. And they didn't. Quick Attack takes it out, and that's game. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, it was a little shaky there at the end, but actually our sequence ended up becoming the right one, and I actually appreciate that. But Sylveon being the only one there at the on the battlefield at the end, good game. Ooh, now this is a battle where I actually think that we could probably put up a Trick Room and be totally fine. So I actually think we're going to start with Farigiraf to potentially set the Trick Room. It's going to be tough because, again, since they may end up sending out POW, but they may end up starting with, yeah, you know what? That's okay. I'm going to start with Sylveon as well, and then in the back, we're going to have Urshifu. I'm going to have Iron Hands, too. I know it's a little rough with Iron Hands and Urshifu to have to deal with the potential Intimidates from Arcanine, but I think we'll still be okay. If they do end up starting with Arcanine, we can always end up terastallizing Sylveon into water to be able to get the Terra Blast over there too. We are not going to be doing that. Good thing is they're not going to be able to get a Sucker Punch though. Or not a well, yeah, not a Sucker Punch, because I don't think either of them would actually carry one. But I mean the Fake Out. I'm sorry. Still think I'm going to try to set the Trick Room. I'm going to try to go for a Hyper Voice. We'll get our +1. I think that's going to be the Water Terra. Yeah, that's not ideal. I think, yeah, Farigiraf is going to take the Surging Strikes here. Nope, never mind. It's going to be Sylveon. Because Sylveon survived this. Come on, low roll on this next one. The 1 HP, let's go! Let's go! U-turn, that's totally fine. We do get our Trick Room, which is really nice. we don't have to worry about priority because of Farigiraf, so, who's this? Fair enough. Fair enough. Now, we would have to Terrastalize a 1 HP Pokemon, which would be extremely rough. Oh, I'm sorry, a 12 HP Pokemon. My bad. Oh boy. Alright, here's what we're going to do. I'm gonna go for the Psychic over there. I hate to do it, it's such a dumb move, I know. But we're gonna Terrastalize Water and go for the Terra Blast over there. Again, we're gonna be slower than both of them. It's possible that Urshifu ends up protecting, albeit not likely, but possible. And again, they're not going to know that we're a Water Terra, so we'll be able to get that over there. Now that I saw that they did the U-turn with Rillaboom, we should have Terrastalized Water. Alright, sweet, they did protect. So we're going to take out the dog here. That's unfortunate right there, but that's okay. Take out the dog. But yeah, again, since they didn't know we were a Water Terra, we actually probably could have gotten away with that on the first turn, but that's okay though. Again, we're going to be slower than pretty much anyone they're going to send out. So, I think we're going to be okay here. It's actually a good thing we actually set up the Trick Room here. Again, our team doesn't necessarily look like a conventional Trick Room team, so... Hey, it's Rilla again! Alright, here's what we're going to do. We're going to actually go for this Psychic over there. I think we can actually go for the Hyper Voice and knock out Urshifu on this one, because now we're +1, and the other one brought it down to half. So at +1, I think we're going to be okay to knock it out. Trying to get the double. Understandable. Understandable. With the Hyper, we knock out, and then this Psychic is probably going to bring it down to about a third of its remaining HP. So, or third of its max HP, pardon me. So this will be good. Yeah, about that. U-turn. I'll knock out Sylveon, but... and, like, again, I know we ended up Terrastalizing it on 12 HP, but Sylveon knocked out 2 Pokemon. It did its job. And again, even though we ended up Terrastalizing it so late on in the battle, we ended up getting our money's worth, you know? At least in my opinion, we got our money's worth. Oh, hi, Pow. Who else did we bring? Oh, that's right. We brought Iron Hands. Sweet. Let's go with Iron Hands. Best part is we can get a fake out here. And honestly, because we have Urshifu in the back with the Focus Sash, we're going to be fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to Dazzling Gleam. It's possible they end up protecting here, because there are 2 a Trick Room, and again, we have Fake Out Pressure, so we'll do that. I'm going to Fake Out over there, because I don't think they have Protect. And I think that's the case. So we're going to Fake Out over there. We're going to, I think, potentially pick up the KO over on Rillaboom, and then we're going to get them down to Sash if they didn't Protect. And then with the last turn of Trick Room, they were going to have to deal with 2 attacks anyway. So there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Good game. Oh boy, are we staring down a Trick Room team here. Well, I think we can actually stop their Trick Room. So let's go with Farigiraf, which would be nice because then we can end up going for a... yeah, we can end up going for an Imprison. So if for some reason they actually end up leading with the Ursaluna and Cresselia, we might actually ignore Cresselia. We'll go for the Imprison, and I think potentially a close combat over onto Ursaluna. I mean, we could actually probably just go Wicked Blow, because that's going to be pretty strong anyways. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. So we'll go with them and Urshifu, and in the back we'll Sylveon. And honestly, I think we're going to bring Glimmora. And as of right now, I think Glimmora might end up being our Terra just because of the ground and stuff like that. Now, we could end up bringing Rillaboom to be able to set the grassy terrain. However, there are a lot of things out there that kind of scare me with Rillaboom out there. So, I think it's probably smarter to go with this. We do have Sylveon out there, which is going to be immune to anything that Drago ends up doing. So, well, not anything, because they could Terrestrialize into Steel and go for the Parablast. But, you know, based on it being a Dragon type. Ooh, okay. Ooh. That's a little rough. But it's okay. Here's what we're going to do, is we're going to imprison. I mean, Cresselia is an annoying Pokemon anyways. So maybe we should just try to get rid of it anyways. I think it's smarter to do that. So let's do that. Let's, I mean, they could end up Terrestrializing them. But let's not worry about that. Let's just go for the Wicked Blow over there. Well, they're Terrestrializing into Fairy here. So maybe we should have went for the close combat over into hands. Yeah, that's unfortunate, but... Oh, it's just grass. Okay. So at least it's a neutral hit as opposed to a resisted one. So this will do probably about half damage. Okay, so that wasn't half. That was about a third. Somewhere between a quarter and a third. Fine, we didn't do any damage to you anyways. Yep, no Trick Room for you, friend. Sorry. So let's go Psychic over there. If they're going to Drain Punch again, I actually am okay with going with Sylveon here. Especially since we know we outspeed. Oh, cool. Okay, so they're just going to Drain Punch over into Farigiraf. Oh, that's some good damage. Oh, that's some good damage. Oh, friend, that was a mistake. Oh, boy, that was a mistake. Okay, here's the good thing now. Let's go for the, gonna go for the Psychic over there, and let's go for the Hyper Voice. Oh, boy. Let's go now. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, we're going to do one more because that was way too quick. But I'm glad that the threat of Sylveon and obviously that Psychic with Farigiraf was more than enough to be able to get them to not want to continue the battle. So good game. Well, well, well. It looks like we kind of have a Trick Room team with an addition of a fast pairing. So, question is, which one are we going to see? That's always a very, very scary question. No matter what, I feel like bringing Farigiraf isn't a bad idea. However, who do we bring in the back? Honestly, might be able to go Urshifu here. I only say that because we could go for a Sucker Punch. If they start with the fast 2, we could go for a Sucker Punch into Dragapult. We can go for the Sucker Punch into Dragapult. I mean, of course, if they end up sending out Farigiraf, then maybe we're a little SOL. But, still okay. We're going to do that. We're going to bring Sylveon. Gosh, it would be so rough to bring them, but I feel like Rillaboom might be the best play here. Yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to bring Rillaboom too. Yeah, so that's going to be kind of the play there. We're either going to go Imprison, or we're going to go with a Dazzling Gleam. I think either way it's going to be fine. It's just a matter of who they end up starting, you know? If it's the fast, we're going to go Dazzling Gleam. If they send out... We're going to go Dazzling Gleam. Alright. I'm okay with that. Now, they could Terrastallize into Dragon. But let's go with the Dazzling Gleam here. And let's go with the Sucker. Yeah, nothing is going to stop our priority unless they go with their Farigiraf. And that is always a good possibility. Oh, okay. Into hands. Well, at least we're going to get a super effective... yeah. Super effective. Oh, no, they have Crunch. But it's not quite enough. That's what I'm talking about. Even though we're defense fell. That's alright. We'll get the Dazzling Gleam. It'll be super effective on both. Well, they're not going to be able to go Fake Out anyways. I'm gonna go for the Psychic over there. I don't think we're gonna be able to knock out with the Sucker Punch, though. That's the problem. You know what I mean? Alright, so I'm gonna swap into Sylveon, and I'm gonna go for the Close Combat over into Pow. That's fine, because then they're going to go for a Crunch over into Sylveon. And, yep, we'll be fine. Yeah. We knock out Pow, which is nice. And unfortunately, I think we're going to take a Drain Punch. Which is unfortunate because they're going to heal all the way back up, but... honestly, might actually be might actually be the best thing for us right here. Because again, we're going to be able to keep Sylveon out there, who's going to be able to do super effective damage with the Hyper Voice. So, again, not always great to have them heal back up, but again, it definitely could be worse. Now here comes Farigiraf. Ooh, it's Ursaluna! Okay. Alright, now, they have yet to Terrastallize. And part of me feels like they're going to Terrastallize with Ursaluna. So, we're going to go for the Hyper Voice. And I'm actually going to go for the Wicked Blow over into Ursaluna. Come on, please be a Ghost Terra. No, I think this might actually be a Grass Terra on hands, though. No? Good damage. And the Hyper Voice cleans it up. Hands is probably going to be able to... they're either going to go for the Heavy Slam over into Sylveon, or they're just going to take out Urshifu here. I don't know which one. Money is on the Heavy Slam, though. Yeah. That knocks out Sylveon, but man, definitely cleaned up there. I appreciate that. Question is, who are they sending back out? Can we go with... I think we might be able to just go with Rillaboom here. And we could go Farigiraf. I'm trying to remember who the last... Oh, it was, Dragapult. So let's go Rillaboom here. Beautiful, that's totally fine. Hi, Dragapult. Question is, do they have Protect or something? That is something I do not know. So here's what we're gonna do. Because we do a Fake Out Pressure, let's Fake Out over there. And let's go for the Sucker Punch into Dragapult. Now again, it's possible that they go for a Dragon Terra, but... nope, they don't. Oh, that's right, they already Terra'd into Ghost. My bad. Hello. That's fine. And Dragon Darts knocks out Urshifu. This will do some good damage over into them too. Yeah, definitely not enough. Hands flinched. Alright, I think Rilla's going to be able to take this home. Oops. Let's go for Farigiraf here. Because they're going to have to go Dragon Darts here. You know what I mean? Like, there's really no way around it. So let's go with the knockoff. Hello. Epiphany. Epiphany. We're going to terrestrialize so that the Dragon Darts do not affect us. Okay. So, let's go. I'm actually going to go for the Stomping Tantrum into hands. We're going to terrestrialize into Fairy. And let's go for the Dazzling Gleam. Totally forgot they were a Fairy Terra. And yeah, thankfully Dragon obviously doesn't affect Fairy, which is just absolutely perfect. And we know that we outspeed hands with Farigiraf, so we're going to be good. Now, we may not knock out Iron Hands, but yeah, unfortunately they bolt direct over there. But again, we're going to outspeed, we're going to be fine. We get the Stomping Tantrum, does some good damage, and I think that the Dazzling Gleam actually takes out here. It's going to definitely take out Dragapult. Let's go. There we go. What a great way to end that one now. Again, Sylveon actually helped take out Ursaluna and do some pretty good damage into hands. So it definitely did its job, but man, I am really glad that we remembered we had the Fairy Terra there with Farigiraf. Really good game. Now, I'll be honest, I didn't think that Quick Attack was going to really have the utility that it actually had in that first battle, but damn, that definitely really came in handy. But you can definitely see how great Sylveon is, especially after it gets that +1 from the Throat Spray. But Pixilate is a really incredible ability, and to be able to turn those normal-type moves into Fairy-type moves and get that boost of that 30% is extremely useful. And again, really kind of makes up that difference of that special attack between it and Flutter Mane. So again, I think if you were going to go with a Fairy-type Pokemon, I mean, you kind of have to go with the popularity here. Not because it's popular, but really because Flutter Mane is that good. But if you really didn't want to go with Flutter Mane, you wanted to go with something a little different, you could definitely make a really great case for a Throat Spray Sylveon. Because, again, with the Pixilate and with the Throat Spray, you're able to kind of make up that difference in the special attack between it and Flutter Mane. And again, having that little extra bulk in the physical defense and having more HP like it does actually really helps out when you're out there against some other physical attackers and also against some special attackers too, because again, the addition of the HP really makes it so you're a little bit bulkier and you're able to stay out there a little bit longer. So again, Sylveon, well, maybe not necessarily on the level of Flutter Mane, is still a really good option to be able to put out there if you really want to go with a different fairy type than Flutter Mane. And again, it's an evolution too, so you really can't go wrong with it. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Hope you guys enjoyed the battles. If you guys did, make sure to drop a like. We'll see you guys next time.